Hello and welcome everybody to the Agile Hive Cloud review for March 2026. This is our second review for this year. We are going to start with the usual updates, and the first update is, as you are here right now, you have already heard about it. We moved our review time slot. The time slot now is we are going to have this review every first Tuesday of the month at 15:30 Central European time. So that means the next review will be held at the 7th of April. In case you miss it, the review is going to be recorded and can be watched on YouTube later. That's why we are actually currently recording this review. So in case you have any questions or you want to share something, please be mindful about what you share in case you don't want to be seen when you talk to us. Make sure to turn off your camera. All right, let's get on with it. You can, as I just mentioned, rewatch the video on YouTube. We have a whole playlist there. You can also follow this link. You can follow the first link here to our public review page in our Agile Hive on our Agile Hive page. There you will find an ICS file to download into your calendar so that you will have all the upcoming review appointments in your calendar already and won't miss another one. As usual, we also have new blog posts on our Agile Hive blog. You can head over to our website and add /blog to it, and you will get all the latest news about SAFe and Agile Hive. And as usual, the notification for you, in case you are currently trying out Agile Hive and the normal 30-day period is too short for you, feel free to reach out to us. We can extend this this free trial period up to, I think, 90 days so that you have more time to test out Agile Hive. So coming up to the product updates. So what we have been up to in the last month. As usual, I will give a quick overview. We have released 4 versions since the last review. Another should be due today. It's Tuesday. So this would also be released in the next days, because, as I said, we aim to release a new or to build a new release every Tuesday and release it in the following days afterwards. So the actual list of accomplishments here. I'm starting off with something that I teased you in the last review already, and this was the external dependencies on the team planning board here. As you can see, we are on the team planning board, and we have dependencies to teams that are not actually in the art that we are currently viewing. These teams will be presented as their own swim lanes on this board that you can collapse and expand. And the swim lane will contain the issue that has a dependency to one of the issues in our team that we're currently watching. The teams will be marked with the external lozenge here to better represent that these are external dependencies that you are currently viewing on the board. Next, something that we also spoke about a lot in the past, we were moving the story point calculation for the solution train reports to be calculated within the UI and not in background tasks as we did previously and were disturbed by the rate limits that Atlassian imposed on us. And as you can see here, the PI overview component on the solution report now shows the story points for all the issues that are being worked on in this PI. This is the not the last step to releasing the solution train reports in general. The last step will be the dependency widget, but we're coming to this later in the presentation. Then we also, in our last review, I showed you that we released a drop-down with more filter options for our team planning board. And now we also released this drop-down with the extended filters for our art planning board, as well as for the work item list on the art level. And we added, there are differences to the ones on the team level, apparently. Each one has individual fields that the views can be filtered down with. Can be filtered with. Yeah, this should also be rolled out for the art planning board and for the work item list. What's missing are the reports. The roadmaps. Also starts with an R. But we will be doing this after another item that I'm going to present later. We are going to rework our roadmap implementation, and obviously filtering, we're doing this after we implemented the change to the roadmap. So yeah, should conclude the extended filtering options for now. Also, in the last review, as a sneak peek, I teased the possibility to import the project hierarchies from Data Center. In Data Center, you could download the project hierarchies as in a file, which or in a JSON file. You can see a snippet of it, and import this JSON file into. Now you can import this JSON file into the Agile Hive Cloud version. In the Agile Hive administration, you know, the tabs to for all the configuration that Agile Hive needs. And we added another tab in the more section here because the screen is too small to actually represent all the tabs. There is now a project hierarchies import. You can upload the file that you downloaded from Data Center. The upload is going to validate the validity of the JSON format and is then going to present to you the structure that would be recreated on the Agile Hive Cloud instance. It will check first if all the projects that are in this hierarchy have been imported previously with the standard or normal Jira Cloud Migration Assistant. And in case, if that's true, it can rebuild the project hierarchies. In case there are some missing or have been altered otherwise, for example, by changing the key and the projects don't match anymore, they will be skipped. That's what the red missing indicator here is indicating. But let's hope that you not altered the import and have imported all the projects from your Agile Hive data center. Then you will be able to recreate the structure with just a simple file import. Next, from the bigger features, onto some minor improvements. We previously renamed the teams involved field to involved units, and now we also renamed assigned teams and owning team to also be named assigned units and owning unit. This is done so that we can now use these fields also on the solution level, because yes, you could technically say an art is a team, but yeah, we thought that the unit would fit a general purpose field better in this instance. Then a small improvement with a lot of relief factor, even in my opinion here. The date range pickers that we used in Agile Hive, for example, here, when you want to create a PI, or you want to create an iteration, or you want to assign a date range for an issue for the roadmap manually, previously, you could not simply close this date range once you have selected one field, and you had to select another one to actually be able to close the field. Now it's possible to just click anywhere, and the drop-down will disappear, and you can discard the change you just made more easily. Previously, we showed that we implemented the first decimal point on our PI overview widget in the art report. And now we have unified the display of the story point values, having one decimal point, to all the other widgets in the reports. Like you can see here on the burn-up chart, but also on the gauges that we are using on our reports, and as well as to the iteration component in the team report as well. They all show the story points rounded up to the first decimal point now. Coming on to some bug fixes. I won't have any screenshots here, and I aggregated several into each other. At first, we released the extended or more filtering option for the team planning board in the last, or showed them in the last review. But we also had a little bug there. The swim lane filter was not working properly, and we released a bug fix for this in one of the last versions as well. Martin, I see your question. I'm going to answer them after the two next slides. I think it's easier that way. Yeah. Then we fixed several issues with the burn-up chart calculation in the past, and also with the drag and drop in the team planning board. The widgets or the view did not update fast enough after an operation. And yeah, we have seen this with several minor bugs, and we fixed them in like a cluster. So I've prepared our roadmap for, you can see most of the roadmap here is still our ongoing PI. Our current PI ends in, I think, the last week of April. We just started working on the roadmap view. The as you know, right now it just shows a fixed range up in the future, and we are going to improve this, or greatly improve this limitation up to several years in the future, so that it's actually more usable. We are also working on external dependencies right now. We are right now working on the external dependencies on the art planning board, as well as on the reports. And with the external dependencies on the reports, especially on the large solution or solution train reports, after we finish that, we now feel confident to release the solution train reports and to actually see if the changes that we made were useful for the aforementioned rate limit problems. We also, not quite reflect the bar here, we started working on a custom field mapping. I will give a short sneak peek on that later. And for the future, for the next PI, the plan is to actually show also external dependencies and the extended filtering on the roadmap after the change, as well as something that is new to cloud and has not been implemented for data center. That would be a solution planning board, kind of similar as the art planning board that you can see now already for the art level, actually. And we're also going into a concept phase for our reports on the portfolio level. As you know, the reports on portfolio level for data center are quite limited. So for cloud, we aim to improve them by additional widgets that give you more functionality as the old ones. And obviously, still ongoing is the topic of the migration path. As a little sneak peek here, this is a screenshot captured from a solution train report that is showing the dependencies. And as you can see here, we also added a section showing external dependencies on the reports as well. This is not just implemented for the solution train reports, but it will also show up on the other reports as well. And yeah, once we finish this, there will be a bit renaming, probably, and a little bit more styling because it's very cramped right now. Yeah, we will release this too on the roadmaps. A little bit further in the future is, I mentioned earlier, the custom field mapping for Agile Hive. So in case you have custom fields in your instance that have a similar purpose than the ones that we provide, and has also a type. I don't know if you can see my error right now. Has the right type and also the required values that we need for our calculations, then we can let you map your custom field to our custom field, so that you don't have two custom fields with the same name and functionality within the instance, and you can reuse your old values. But again, the values that the custom field holds or can hold, and also the type, have to match so that we can do our calculations with them like we would with our own custom fields. And even further out, this is the click dummy for the PI import that will follow the project hierarchy import from Agile Hive Data Center into Agile Hive Cloud. The rough outline of the view is already implemented, not released, obviously, and we are working on the actual functionality of importing the PIs right now. And we also have to take care that the PIs that you created in data center can be imported into cloud, because cloud has several more restrictions, like PIs mustn't overlap. And we will give you a functionality so that you can fix possibly overlapping PIs while you are importing them into cloud. Again, this will be provided with a file download from Agile Hive Data Center and a file upload into Agile Hive Cloud in the future. Here's the hint for our next review. As I said in the beginning, it's April 7th at 15:30 Central European Time. In case you haven't done already, check out the link, especially the first link to download the ICS file for download into your calendar. And we will upload this review later this week on our YouTube channel, so you can rewatch it and share it with your colleagues. And yeah, up until then, I bid you farewell and hope we will see each other again in April.